Hey everybody, it's me and Bernie the Hound here. Today we're going to start our series on 5 of the best dog walking trails that we like in Birmingham. And we're going to show you today Lakeshore Walking Trail. Bernie's getting a little antsy back there to go. He's ready. So without waiting too much longer, we're going to jump on it. And then once we get back in, I'll give you some history of the Lakeshore Trail. Okay, so the Lakeshore Trail and the Jimson Trail run parallel to Lakeshore Parkway, and it's about 4 miles long. And as you can see, Bernie is happy as a pig in mud to be walking here. It's one of his favorite parks. That's why we made it #1. You can see we're walking in the fall, so it's not as hot, but it's a great place to carry your dog if they like getting in the creek and getting wet, because Shades Creek runs right through the middle of this park. It is a floodplain, so it's got a lot of different plant life around it. It has American sycamore, box elders, and other tree species. It was a well-canopied trail, so therefore it'd be cool even in the summertime. It was designated as an Alabama birding trail, so if you like to want to see some of the different species of birds in Birmingham, there's your place. So the bridge Bernie's walking over right now was just added in the last few years. Before, you actually had to go over a little cement man-made dam. It was a little precarious, especially if your dog was a little more hyper than you. The trail is a varied trail system. It has, as you can see here, it has a cement walkway. It has a wide paved area and another area for bicycles and multi-lane traffic for bicycles too. And it also has the dirt paths. You're going to see Bernie turn into a dirt path up here eventually. We like taking this trail because it offers a lot of room. And when you run into another group of people or another group of dogs, you can actually skirt off the path, and you can see over there in the dirt where there's a little walkway that somebody's already that's been worn into it. And here, Bernie, it's one of his favorite things is saying hello to everybody. The cool thing about another cool feature about this park is that it has water fountains spaced throughout and poo bag stations. Now the water stations are really cool because they have a dog and human water station. That means when you get to stop to get water, your dog can get it too. It has a lower basin, and lower basin you can sit there and step on the pedal, and dog can get water and you can get water at the same time. So that's really nice that they've done this. This is in between Homewood and Mountain Brook. Not far off of 280, which has a lot of good restaurants. So after you go walk your dog, you can always hit some of the local restaurants. And it's located right over by Sanford University, so there's always a lot of people on this trail. I'm going to let you go. The next one up is Avondale Park, and we'll see you then. Avondale Park on a little dog walk. This is part of the series of our favorite places to dog walk in Birmingham. Avondale Park has an interesting history. I'll go into it in more detail as we walk around. Just wanted to give you a quick shot of the park, and I'll tell you about this park's famous residence at one time, Miss Fancy. Let's go for a walk. Avondale Park is located in the Avondale neighborhood. It's a 67-acre park that features a playground, walking paths, 2 baseball fields, 2 basketball courts, and a fishing pond. It also has a picnic pavilion there for you to carry your picnics, and it's right next to a Birmingham library location, so you can combine your visits. The park hosts numerous events throughout the year, including concerts, movies, and festivals. It also includes a nice stone amphitheater. But probably one of the features that's not known about this park as much as anything else is that its famous residence that we had just walked by and you saw it covered up was Miss Fancy. Miss Fancy was an elephant that was purchased in Birmingham in 1914 and was a resident. Avondale Park used to be the Birmingham Zoo. She was purchased along with some of the smaller animals, and she was featured at Avondale Park and was quite the character. At first, there were 2 people hired to train her. It was a gentleman by the name of Dayton Allen, and he was assisted by John Todd, an African-American zoo worker from Alexander City. Shortly after taking the job, Mr. Allen decided that taking care of Miss Fancy wasn't his thing, and it fell upon John Todd to take care of her. They became best friends. For that, Mr. Todd was paid a whopping $24 a week, which, if you think about it, back then that was a lot of money. Now, shortly after that, Mr. Todd had to go do his service for World War I and was gone for 10 months. During that time, Miss Fancy lost a lot of weight because she was depressed. Upon his return, she greeted him with cheerful blasts from her trumpets. And after that, Mr. Todd's vacations were interrupted with the request to come back and calm down and soothe his elephant, because when he was gone, she would tend to act up more. A train wreck early in her life in the circus. She was also known to be a medicinal drinker because of that. Whenever she was afflicted by her old injury or she showed symptoms of chills or constipation, a dose of elephant medicine was given on the advice of a veterinarian, mixed with a quart of liquor and diluted with a few gallons of water. Since her time in Birmingham coincided with statewide prohibition, city officials provided her with all the confiscated whiskey. That means, I guess, the city of Birmingham was responsible for her drinking habit. Go by the park and look at the statue of Miss Fancy that we're going to have coming up in the video about right now, and read more about her. Jim and Bernie here, back on one of our walks that we like here in Birmingham. This one today you're going to see is Railroad Park. It's empty today because it's a weekday, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and most people are at work. Me and Bernie are going to give y'all a little tour of this and see how you like it. Okay, Railroad Park is a 19-acre park located in downtown Birmingham. The park is the home to a variety of attractions such as a walking path, playground, splash pad, and a picnic pavilion. The park also has a large amphitheater. It's right across from some of the nice restaurants downtown, and as you can see on what we're looking at now is the skyline of Birmingham. You can see a lot of the old smokestacks and everything from when Birmingham used to be a big steel city. They did a really good job of building this track with multiple trails, so therefore you don't run into a lot of other dogs. It has multiple ways to go up and down the hills. It even has some of the surfaces are made out of a rubber asphalt type feature that you're fixing to see Bernie walk up on. That's really soft on the pads of the dogs. It's also good for roller skaters and folks like that. And that's part of the path that we're on right now. They did a great job landscaping this park to be a natural park, so it doesn't take a lot of maintenance, which is pretty nice. Many of the walls and seating areas that you'll see around the park are constructed from bricks and objects unearthed at the site when the railroad park began construction, and they were reused and recycled to make the park more efficient and make it environmentally sound. Railroad Park is 30% water. It has a beautiful lake and actually has a little stream that runs through it. Bernie loves getting in the stream when he's allowed. On cold days, we didn't allow him to get in, so he didn't get to get in today. But they use the rain curtain and biofiltration wetland area to keep it as natural as possible. This is a great place to pick up a sandwich across the street from some of the restaurants, or coffee across the street from some of the restaurants, and just go sit down and have a little bit of a picnic on a weekday or a weekend, and enjoy the sights and sounds. It's right across the street from Birmingham Barons Stadiums, so you can always go over there and catch it, walk around after the game. And just turn it into a night. There's several breweries in the area that you could go to. Good People Brewing is right across the street from the park, so a lot of things to do in this area. I'm going to let you enjoy the video for the rest of this, and go visit Railroad Park. We love it. It's a great thing to do when you're downtown. A lot of different paths, a lot of different activities going on in there. Check their website out, railroadpark.org, and see if there's anything coming up on the calendar that maybe you might be interested in. The last two parks we're going to do, I'm not going to have a break like I did at the beginning of this one and the other two, simply because I forgot. And so what we're going to do is that when I go into talking again, I'll cover the last two parks we're going to do, which is the Jones Valley Trail and the Red Mountain Trail. Let's sit back, relax, and enjoy Bernie finishing up his walk here at Railroad Park. Jones Valley Trail. It's a 28.8 mile recreational trail which forms a major spine of the Red Rock Ridge and Valley Trail systems. Planned and developed by the Freshwater Land Trust, eventually the Jones Valley Trail will become part of a continuous loop encircling all the city's south side by connecting to Ruffner Mountain Nature Preserve and Red Mountain Park. The initial section of the corridor, where we're walking today, is a 2.5 mile walking and cycling trail connecting Railroad Park and Birmingham's Parkside District to 41st Street in Avondale. The trail is being opened in sections. As you can see, a lot of the parks that I have on the video today are actually being linked together by the Freshwater Land Trust, which is really nice to see. Eventually, we're going to have a huge continuous walking trail, biking trail that you'll be able to utilize in downtown Birmingham. The Jones Valley Trail has grown in popularity as the greater Birmingham residents and tourists alike spend time in outdoor locations like Railroad Park, Rotary Trail, Sloss Furnace, and Pepper Place Market District. Pepper Place is a great place to go buy fresh vegetables, meats, flowers, food on Saturday mornings. As with Railroad Park, there's breweries located on this trail also. So if you get thirsty on the trail, you can always stop into one of the breweries. In this about a 7-mile section of Birmingham, we have about 9 breweries. So I don't think you'd go thirsty within any amount of those times. The brewery at the end of this trail that you're going to see coming up as we walk further this way is going to be Ghost Train Brewery. And then just around the corner of that is Avondale Brewery. Ghost Train and Avondale both have an outdoor seating area, and they have bands and everything at play on the weekend. If you're in Birmingham and you're looking for a good place to get some exercise and cool down and have a beer, especially with the summer and spring and fall, I would recommend these trails. I'm going to sit back and let you watch it and enjoy it, and then eventually we'll get to our next and last park, which is Red Mountain Park. Welcome to Red Mountain Park, our last park on this series. It's located in the heart of Birmingham. Red Mountain Park is a 1,500-acre park that offers a variety of outdoor activities such as hiking, biking, rock climbing, fishing, and camping. And now they've recently added zip lining and wall climbing, which I already said. And there's also home to a 15-acre lake and the Broken Trail, a 3.1-mile loop around Red Mountain. Visitors can also explore the park's many trails, picnic areas, and playgrounds. Red Mountain Park also hosts numerous events throughout the year, including concerts, festivals, and races. Red Mountain Park is an urban park that encloses a 4.5-mile long section of Red Mountain, a prominent ridge that passes through Birmingham, Alabama. The Woodland Park contains closed mines and other artifacts from the city's industrial history. The park is one of the largest urban parks in the United States. It's about 78% larger than Central Park in New York. As you go through the park, you'll see interesting areas like this trail that we're on right now is a sensory trail for children to be able to hit musical items, and it really opens them up to what's out there. Yellow fun mirrors here. Eventually you're going to see some xylophone type things for them to hang on, bang on, and all that good stuff. We don't have kids, but we found that Bernie likes all the noise that's going on around him when he walks the trails. Just wanted to give you an idea He can bang on these skillets and make all this sound. It's, like I said, the kids love that. Bernie was not impressed with the musical instrument playing of Miss Heather there, so he decided it was time to move on. I hope you enjoyed these series of videos. This is one of my first ones that I put together and edited, multiple videos. So I made a few mistakes, learned a lot of mistakes that I'll correct in the next video. But I hope you enjoyed them, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And hope I see you out on these trails walking your pet. And have a wonderful, wonderful time doing it. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. Since this is a new channel, I need all the help I can get. Constructive criticism too is accepted. If you're just going to be mean, you can be mean too. I don't care.